So I dug out the balcony today already once, and it's filling back up very, very quickly, and it's cold and it's nasty. So I'm not making a video outside today. I'm going to make it inside. I'm going back to bed. See you there. Oh, there you are. Matt Powell. Yeah. So recently you made a video in which you claimed that you had beaten the Big Bang. You had refuted the Big Bang model using the incompressibility of water and your insistence that they couldn't have compressed all that water into such a small space. As though the Big Bang model depended on water even existing anywhere within the first 100 million years of the universe. Oh, gods, yeah. That's the problem. Water didn't exist. It just didn't exist. In fact, no compounds existed. Barely any other atoms beyond hydrogen existed for the first several tens of millions of years. It was not until the first stars formed that we began to have hydrogen atoms fusing into helium and lithium atoms. Before that, water could not exist. Water literally could not exist until the fusion of lithium atoms with hydrogen atoms to form oxygen atoms. Yeah, so it had to fuse back. That is your first problem. Look at the periodic tables. Look at the order of the elements. You will also notice that this is the order in which these elements first came into being. At first, there was only hydrogen, and then there was helium and hydrogen, and then there was lithium, and then eventually we get to oxygen. Yeah. And ultimately, well, you end up with, ta-da, water. But to get there, we first had to get the first atoms. And the first atoms, well, they didn't form until several 100 million years after the universe formed. And even then, we still had to get stars. And even then, the stars still had to go supernova to form oxygen atoms and to fuse the oxygen atoms with helium atoms to form water molecules. Yes, the first water molecules would not have existed until the universe was at least 500 million years old. So no, the incompressibility of water is not an issue for the Big Bang model. It never was. Oh. And the reason is simple. Water didn't exist. Something to think about. Yeah. So yeah, Matt, the next time that you decide you found a gotcha moment against all of established science, maybe you should stop, read a few books on the matter, and then decide whether or not you want to proceed. I would strongly recommend The Big Bang by Simon Singh. It's available in paperback or hardcover at any public library. If not directly, then through interlibrary loan. And read it. It's a very good book. It's well written. That, and while you're at it, you should probably also read A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. And there are a couple books by Stephen Hawking that you should read as well. Yes, Stephen Hawking. Go look them up. Short History of Nearly Everything. Yeah. And Short History of Nearly Everything 2. Yeah. Look them up. borrow them from a public library, read them, understand them. They're well read, well written, easy to read, and I'm sure that if you actually read with an eye towards understanding, you will be able to make yourself look a whole lot less foolish when making these videos in which you think you have discovered a gotcha moment against observable reality. Oh, by the way, the person who first presented the Big Bang model, Father Georges Lemaitre, was a Belgian priest. He was a Christian. So no, it's not Christianity versus atheism. It's dumbfuckery on your part versus scientific progress that includes Christians. Something to think about, don't you think? Yeah. Okay. Ta-ta. Have a great... I have to go use the bathroom.